Welcome to Conversion Bible. This deep dive is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns on your store. You can test it free on the Shopify App Store right now.
Today we're jumping into something crucial for any Shopify store owner.
Yeah, if you've ever looked at your conversion rates and just wished, you could get more sales from the traffic you already have, well, you're definitely in the right place.
We're talking social proof.
Exactly. How to use it to turn those window shoppers into actual buyers.
And we've really dug through the material here. Resources like using social proof effectively on your Shopify store, the Conversion Bible, plus a whole bunch of other studies and articles.
The goal is to give you the core insights, like a shortcut to understanding how this all works and how you can actually use it.
So let's start with the basic question. Why?
Right. Why does seeing that other people are shopping somewhere or liking a product make us more likely to buy it too? What's going on there psychologically?
Well, it really taps into a fundamental human instinct. We look to others, especially when we're unsure.
Okay.
Robert Cialdini, his work on influence, he called it social proof. His principle is basically, we view a behavior as correct to the degree that we see others performing it.
And online shopping is full of uncertainty.
Totally. You can't touch the product. Maybe you don't know the brand.
Yeah.
There's inherent risk involved.
So seeing other people have bought it or reviewed it positively.
Exactly. It acts as a signal.
Yeah.
It reduces that perceived risk. Think about it. A positive review isn't just saying the product's good.
It's saying, yeah, it arrived on time. The quality was what I expected.
Precisely. It addresses those unspoken anxieties or those little notifications. 127 people bought this recently.
Yeah, those definitely catch your eye. It creates a sense of popularity.
Right. Or customer photos. They provide this authentic, real-world view that polished marketing shots sometimes lack.
So it's kind of like a mental shortcut. If they liked it, I probably will too.
You got it. And while, sure, different types of social proof might resonate slightly differently across cultures or demographics, the core principle, it's pretty universal.
Okay, so we get the psychology. But let's talk business impact. What does this actually do for a Shopify store's numbers? Are we talking small tweaks or significant gains?
Oh, the numbers can be really compelling. Some studies show products with reviews can see conversion rates jump by like up to 270% compared to products without any.
270%. Wow.
Yeah. And think about this. 92% of consumers say they read online reviews before making a purchase. That's almost everyone.
So if you don't have reviews, you're missing out massively.
You really are. Plus, stores using social proof will often see lower bounce rates. People stick around longer.
More engagement.
Right. And higher average order values, especially on pages with user-generated content, like those customer photos we mentioned.
And I remember seeing a stat that, less than half of online brands are seen as highly trustworthy?
Yeah, something like 47%. It's surprisingly low.
Yeah.
Social proof is critical for bridging that trust gap.
So it's not just a nice to have, it's really fundamental to building credibility online.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A new visitor lands on your store, they're skeptical, they need reassurance. Social proof provides that.
And the return on investment compared to, say, pouring more money into ads.
Often much higher, especially long-term. Many Shopify apps for social proof have pretty minimal setup costs, but they can deliver ongoing improvements to your conversion rates.
So for the store owner listening, this means getting more value from the traffic they already have.
Making their ad spend work harder.
And building that customer lifetime value because people trust you more.
Exactly. Which leads us nicely into the what. What types of social proof should you be thinking about for your Shopify store?
Okay, yeah, let's break it down. What are the essential tools here?
All right, well, the absolute foundation is customer reviews and ratings. Can't really overstate their importance.
Okay, number one. What else?
Then you've got testimonials and success stories. These are often a bit more detailed, more narrative.
Like case studies.
Sort of, yeah. Then there are the recent purchase notifications, those little pop-ups showing real-time activity. John from California just purchased, that kind of thing.
Ah, the FOMO inducers.
Hey, yeah, they tap into that. Also, customer counts and statistics. Trusted by over 10,000 happy customers.
Broad validation.
Okay. Leveraging social media proof is huge, too. Showing customer posts from Instagram, for example.
Little people using the product.
Exactly. Which ties into user-generated content, UGC. More broadly, customer photos, videos, unboxings.
Super authentic.
Definitely. For some stores, expert endorsements can be powerful. Think a tech blogger reviewing a gadget.
Right, niche specific.
And finally, Don't forget trust badges and certifications, especially near the checkout. Security logos, payment options, that sort of thing.
Okay, that's quite a list, so it's not about using just one.
No, the best stores use a mix, really tailored to their specific products and who their audience is.
Makes sense. You mentioned reviews and ratings are the foundation. Let's maybe dig into those a bit more. How do you make the most of them?
Okay, yeah. Reviews. First off, visibility. Those star ratings.
Where should they go?
Everywhere. Well, strategically.
Mm,
Definitely on your product list pages,
yeah.
like your collections, so people can see ratings at a glance while browsing.
For quick comparison.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And then obviously very prominently near the top of the individual product detail page, it's often the first thing people look for after the product title and images.
Got it. What about those verified buyer badges? Do they actually make a difference?
Oh, absolutely. Huge difference. It tells shoppers this review isn't just some random comment. It's from someone who actually bought and presumably used the product. Adds a ton of credibility.
Right, removes that doubt. Now, getting people to leave reviews,
Yeah.
that can be tricky. Any tips?
Yeah, you often need to be proactive. Post-purchase emails are key. Send a polite request a week or so after they've received their order.
Just a simple ask?
Yep. And you can consider offering a small incentive, maybe a discount code, for their next purchase. Just be careful it doesn't feel like you're buying good reviews.
Gentle encouragement, not bribery. Okay. What about negative reviews? Do we just hide them?
No, definitely don't hide them, unless it's clear spam or abuse. Transparency is actually better.
Really?
Yeah. Respond publicly and constructively. Acknowledge their issue, explain what you're doing, maybe offer to make it right offline. It shows you care about customer service.
And probably makes the positive reviews seem even more genuine if there are a few critiques mixed in.
Exactly. A page of nothing but glowing 5-star reviews can sometimes feel suspicious.
Right.
A little balance feels more real.
Good point. And mobile. How important is optimizing the review display for phones?
Critical. Absolutely essential. Most people are shopping on their phones now. If your reviews are hard to read or interact with on mobile, you're losing sales, period.
Okay. So Shopify has its own basic review system, but then there are apps like Judge.me, Luke's, Yotpo. When should someone look at those?
The native Shopify reviews are a decent starting point, basic functionality. But if you want more, like photo reviews, video reviews.
Which are super powerful for visual products.
Totally. Or Q&A sections where customers can ask questions. Or more styling options to match your brand. Or better ways to syndicate reviews. That's when you look at the third-party apps.
So apps like Looks are great for the visual stuff.
Yeah, Looks really focuses on photo reviews. Judge.me is a really solid all-rounder, good features like Q&A. Yapo is more of an enterprise-level platform, lots of UGC tools, loyalty programs, SMS marketing integration.
So it depends on your needs and budget.
Pretty much. Start simple, maybe with native or a free plan on an app, and scale up as you need more features.
Okay, reviews nailed down. Let's shift to those real-time notifications, the someone just bought pop-ups. What's the psychology there? Fear of missing out.
That's a big part of it, yeah. FOMO. It also creates this feeling of a busy, popular store, like there's activity happening right now.
Makes the store feel alive.
Exactly. It subtly reinforces that other people find this product desirable, that it's in demand. It nudges you, hey, others are buying, maybe I should too before it's gone.
It's like walking past a busy cafe versus an empty one. You assume the busy one's better.
Precisely. It leverages that herd mentality, in a good way, hopefully.
So besides purchase notifications, what else falls under this real-time category?
You can show X people are currently viewing this item. Creates that immediate sense of shared interest.
Oh, interesting.
Low stock alerts, only 3 left. But only use those if they're genuinely true, of course. Creates urgency.
Like scarcity. Got it.
And even just showing visitor counts for a product over a recent period, like seen by 500 people this week, underscores popularity.
These sound effective, but also potentially annoying if overdone.
Absolutely. That's the crucial balance. You need to be helpful, not disruptive.
So how do you manage that?
Customization is key. Adjust the frequency of notifications. If you're a low-traffic store, a pop-up every 5 seconds looks fake. Make it believable.
Right.
Keep them relevant to the page the user is on. And please make them easily dismissible. Give the user control. Nothing worse than a pop-up you can't close.
Totally agree on the dismiss button. Essential. Any specific Shopify apps you'd recommend for this?
Yeah, there are quite a few good ones. FOMO is literally named for the effect. It's very focused on that. Fora is another popular one, offers various social proof widgets. Nudgify also has a range of these nudges to build urgency and trust. ProveSource is another solid option.
Good to know. Okay, so we've covered reviews and real-time activity. What about social media? How does that fit into the social proof picture?
Social media is powerful because it often feels inherently authentic, right? When a customer posts a picture on Instagram loving your product, that's gold.
Because it's unbiased, presumably.
Exactly. So one great tactic is integrating an Instagram feed onto your Shopify store. You can curate it to show customers actually using or wearing your products in their everyday lives.
That provides really strong visual validation, much more relatable than a studio shot sometimes.
Definitely. Seeing someone like you enjoying the product is very persuasive.
What else can we do with social media proof?
You can run branded hashtag campaigns, encourage customers to share photos or videos using your hashtag, then you feature the best ones.
User-generated content again.
Yep. You can also display social share counts on products or blog posts. Doesn't have a massive impact, but it's a subtle signal of popularity.
Okay.
And some apps even let you pull in positive comments or reviews directly from Facebook or Instagram onto your product pages.
So it's about encouraging sharing and then showcasing that authentic content. Tips for doing that well. And ethically.
Number 1, always get permission before using someone's photo or post. Always.
It's crucial.
Keep the content fresh. An Instagram feed showing posts from 2 years ago isn't very convincing.
Right, needs to feel current.
Maintain consistent branding between your social channels and your store, and maybe incentivize sharing, run a contest, offer a small discount for tag posts, that sort of thing.
And I assume there are apps for embedding these feeds easily.
Oh yeah, apps like InstaFeed are purpose-built for this. Ecomsolid's social proof includes social media integration, among other features. 460 is another popular one, especially for creating those shoppable Instagram feeds where you can click the photo and go right to the product.
Okay, great. So we know the types of social proof, but where you put them on your store must matter hugely, right? Is there a strategy for placement?
Absolutely critical. Placement is everything. You need to think about the customer journey.
Okay, walk us through it. Homepage.
Homepage is about building initial trust and conveying overall brand credibility. So think broad strokes. Maybe your overall customer count or satisfaction rating. A few really strong featured testimonials, trust badges like security seals or press mentions, your social media feed if it's active and engaging.
Got it. First impressions, build confidence. What about the product page? That's where the decision really happens.
Exactly. Here you need specific validation for that product. Stars and review count right near the top. Very visible. The full review section, obviously, ideally with customer photos or videos if you can get them.
Visuals again.
Yep. Real-time notifications related to that specific product can work well here. Someone just added this to their cart.
Creates urgency for the item.
Right. Customer photos showing the product in use. And maybe those customers also bought or frequently bought together widgets using the crowd's wisdom to upsell or cross-sell.
Makes sense. What about collection pages where you're browsing lots of items?
There, the goal is quick comparison. So star ratings and review counts directly on the product thumbnails are key. Helps people filter.
See the popular ones quickly.
Exactly. You can also use badges like bestseller or popular to highlight certain items. Some stores even show quick purchase counts like bought 50 times this week.
Oh, right on the collection page. Interesting. Helps gauge interest before clicking.
Yeah. And finally, the cart and checkout, that final hurdle.
How do you use social proof there without being distracting?
Focus on reassurance and reducing anxiety. Security badges, SSL, payment logos are essential trust signals here.
Build confidence in the transaction.
Yep. Briefly highlighting key parts of your shipping or return policy can help. Maybe a concise testimonial about great service or easy returns.
Okay.
Even a simple line like, join 50,000 happy customers, can provide a final nudge of validation before they complete the purchase.
So it's a really tailored approach, page by page.
Definitely. And always think mobile first with placement. What's most important on that smaller screen? Avoid clutter.
And test, presumably. A/B testing placements.
Always. What works for one store might not work for another. Test different elements, different locations, especially on mobile versus desktop.
Okay, that clarifies the what and where. Let's get into the how, the technical side. We've mentioned apps, but how does a store owner actually implement this stuff?
Right. So Shopify itself has some built-in basics. You can enable product reviews, get star ratings showing up, add social sharing buttons. It's a start.
The limited.
Pretty limited, yeah. For anything more sophisticated or varied, you're almost certainly looking at third-party apps in the Shopify App Store.
And those apps fall into categories.
Generally, yes. You've got your dedicated review apps like Judge.me, Looks, Yotpo, Stamp.io, loads of them. They handle collecting, managing, displaying reviews, often with photo video options, Q&A, etc.
Okay, category 1.
Then real-time social proof apps like the ones we mentioned, FOMO, Nudgify, Farah, Proof Source. They do the pop-ups, the live visitor counts, that kind of dynamic stuff.
Got it.
And social media integration apps like InstaFeed 460, Covet.pics. They focus on pulling in and displaying content from Instagram or other platforms.
So the main technical step is choosing the right apps for the job.
Pretty much. Find the apps that offer the specific features you want, fit your budget, and have good reviews themselves. Check their impact on store speed.
Ah, good point. Performance. Any other best practices when installing these?
Yes, performance is huge. Choose well-coded apps that won't slow your site down drastically. Test your page speed before and after installing.
Mobile responsiveness.
Absolutely non-negotiable. The app must look and work perfectly on all devices.
Theme integration.
It should blend seamlessly with your store's design. Most good apps offer customization options. Avoid things that look obviously bolted on.
Okay.
And maybe think about progressive enhancement. Start with the most crucial social proof elements, measure their impact, and then add more gradually, always keeping an eye on performance.
Don't try to do everything at once.
Exactly. And of course, for really unique needs, custom development using Shopify's APIs is an option. But that's usually for larger stores with specific requirements and development resources. Stick with apps first.
Okay, that covers the technical how. Let's circle back to something you stressed earlier. Authenticity. How do we make sure our social proof feels real and builds trust rather than undermining it?
This is so important. Authenticity is the bedrock. If people suspect your social proof is fake or manipulated, it backfires spectacularly.
So, rule number 1.
Be transparent. Only use genuine reviews, real testimonials, actual customer posts. If content is sponsored or from an influencer collaboration, label it clearly. No ambiguity.
Right, use real data for stats too.
Always. Don't inflate customer counts or purchase numbers. Accuracy matters.
What about the balance of feedback? Should we only show 5-star reviews?
We touched on this, but no, definitely not. A mix of positive and some constructive negative feedback actually boosts credibility. It feels more honest.
As long as you respond well to the negative ones.
Exactly. Respond professionally, show you're listening. It turns a potential negative into a positive display of customer service.
Okay. What else contributes to authenticity?
Keep it fresh. Outdated testimonials or social proof about discontinued products look sloppy. Regularly update content. Ensure real time means real time.
Makes sense. Anything else?
Consider segmenting if you can. Showing reviews from people in the same country or who bought related products can feel more relevant.
More personalized validation.
Right, and have a cohesive strategy. The social proof on your site should align with what people see on your social media, in your emails, etc.
And the ethics. Privacy.
Hugely important. Always get explicit permission before using customer photos or detailed stories. Comply with privacy laws like GDPR or CCPA. Allow opt-outs for things like purchase notifications if people want them.
And absolutely never.
Never fabricate reviews, never manipulate stats, never use shady tactics. Authenticity above all else. Trust is hard-won and easily lost.
Words to live by in e-commerce. Okay, so we're doing it authentically. How do we actually know if it's working? What do we measure?
Great question. You need to track the impact. Look at your core KPIs.
Like conversion rate.
Definitely number one. Is it going up after implementing social proof? Also, average order value, AOV. Are people buying more, perhaps influenced by bought-together suggestions or increased trust?
Cart abandonment rate.
Yes, are fewer people dropping off at the checkout because trust signals reassured them? Also look at time on site, and bounce rate is social proof, making your pages more engaging.
Return rate, maybe?
Potentially. If social proof, like accurate reviews and photos, sets realistic expectations, it might lead to fewer returns.
So those are the big outcome metrics. How do we measure the impact of specific elements?
That's where A/B testing comes in. It's invaluable.
Test with and without reviews or different placements.
Exactly. Test having reviews versus no reviews. Test stars on collection pages versus not. Test different phrasings for notifications. Test video testimonials versus text. Split your traffic and see what performs better.
Okay, A/B testing is key. What else?
Use your analytics. Track clicks on review widgets, interactions with social feeds, set up conversion funnels to see where social proof might be influencing drop-off points.
Heat maps.
Heat maps are great too. See where people are actually looking and clicking on your pages. Are they engaging with the review section, ignoring the notifications?
Just ask people.
Don't underestimate direct feedback. Use surveys or run user testing sessions. Ask customers what influences their purchase decisions, what builds trust for them on your site.
Get qualitative insights too.
Right. And finally, calculate the ROI. What did you spend on apps or implementation? What's the measurable lift in revenue? Is it paying for itself?
And it's an ongoing process, right? Not just measure once.
Absolutely. Continuous refinement. Monitor, test, tweak, optimize. Social proof isn't a one-and-done thing.
Okay, this is all super practical. Maybe some quick examples could help illustrate. Real stores, real results.
Sure. Think of a small clothing boutique. They heavily featured user-generated photos from Instagram on product pages. Result: a reported 42% lift in conversions.
Wow, just from customer photos.
Yeah. Or a specialty food store that used video testimonials, and prominent customers also bought features. Saw a big jump in people buying multiple items per order.
Cross-selling effect.
Exactly. A beauty brand focused on before and after photos and reviews, plus those verified buyer badges, got way more reviews submitted and higher product page conversions.
Building trust in results.
Right. An electronics store used expert reviews alongside real-time stock levels for popular gadgets, cut down their cart abandonment significantly.
Scarcity plus authority. And even simpler. A home goods store just redesigned how reviews looked on mobile to make them easier to read. Huge jump in mobile conversion rate.
Sometimes it's just user experience.
Often it is. These examples show it's about tailoring the strategy to your product and audience and executing it well.
Great examples.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned advanced strategies earlier. What does that look like once you've got the basics down?
Yeah, once the foundation is solid, you can get more sophisticated, like personalized social proof.
Meaning?
Showing, say, reviews from people in the visitor's own country or people who bought products you know they're interested in based on browsing history, makes it feel super relevant.
Okay, tailored validation.
Dynamic content adjustments may be showing stronger social proof to new visitors who need more reassurance and different kinds to returning customers.
Adapting to the user.
Using a multi-element approach, deliberately combining reviews with a notification, with a customer photo all on one page, to create layers of validation.
Stacking the proof. Sequential social proof thinking. About the order in which you present validation as someone moves through your site. Building trust step by step.
Guiding them through trust signals.
Combining scarcity with social proof, like selling fast, only 5 left, can be very powerful when authentic.
Urgency plus demand.
And really leaning into community building. Creating Facebook groups for customers, running contests, spotlighting users, that generates incredibly powerful organic social proof over time.
Turning customers into advocates.
Exactly. But these advanced tactics really rely on having those authentic basics firmly in place first.
Makes sense. Build the foundation, then add the flourishes. Okay, last big topic, the future. What's next for social proof in e-commerce and for Shopify stores?
It's definitely evolving. AI-driven personalization will likely become much more common. Imagine AI surfacing the exact review most likely to persuade you based on your profile.
Hyper-personalization.
Video will continue to grow. Short, authentic video reviews, maybe even live shopping demos featuring customer interactions.
More dynamic visuals.
Voice commerce integration. How do you deliver social proof via smart speakers? Audible reviews, rating summaries. That's an emerging area.
Interesting.
Augmented reality might play a role. Imagine seeing an AR view of how a piece of furniture looks in another customer's actual living room photo.
Whoa. Immersive social proof.
Possibly blockchain verification for reviews, making them unalterably authentic and transparent. Could combat fake reviews.
Building ultimate trust.
Definitely more focus on privacy-first approaches. How to provide social proof using anonymized data, or strictly opt-in UGC, respecting user privacy above all.
Adapting to regulations and user expectations.
And finally, better cross-channel synchronization, ensuring the social proof story is consistent, whether a customer sees your ad, visits your site, gets your email, or interacts on social media.
A unified trust message.
Exactly. Staying ahead of these trends will be key for Shopify stores looking to maintain their edge.
Fascinating stuff. It really feels like social proof is moving from a collection of tactics to a core, evolving part of the customer experience.
I think that's exactly right.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this deep dive up. The core message seems crystal clear. Social proof isn't just fluff. It builds tangible trust and credibility.
Which directly drives conversions and improves your bottom line on Shopify.
We've covered the psychology, the real business impact, the different types from reviews to real-time notifications to UGC.
The absolute necessity of authenticity, how to measure effectiveness through KPIs and A/B testing.
And the importance of tailoring your strategy, starting with the basics and then potentially moving towards more advanced and future-focused tactics.
The roadmap is pretty clear. Audit what you have, prioritize based on likely impact, nail the basics like authentic reviews, then layer in dynamic elements, measure everything, optimize constantly, and keep learning about what's next.
And maybe a final thought to leave people with. Perhaps the most powerful, long-term social proof strategy is simply focusing relentlessly on creating genuinely positive customer experiences.
Absolutely, because happy customers naturally become your best advocates. That organic proof is unbeatable.
Couldn't agree more. This has been incredibly insightful. Remember, this deep dive was powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just head to the Shopify App Store now and give it a try.
And this has been an episode of Conversion Bible.